I read an article on AmericanFreePress.net. The title is Plans to Replace U.S. Workers with Robots Advancing Rapidly. And it goes on to talk about, among other things, technological unemployment. It would basically the displacement of people by machines in their labor. And what it says, the effects of which are to leave people worse off. Now, I want to think about that. I want to bring it up at least. So, a machine that's produced for a specific task will outperform any human at that task. That's pretty common knowledge. I mean, why else would they have almost an entirely automated car industry? They have these factories that produce cars that there aren't any lights in them because no humans go in there unless the event of a mechanical failure that they have to fix. And then they bring their own mag lights in there, you know. But I guarantee you that even repair is going to be automated someday. Especially if you standardize production, it could be very easily automated. So I want to bring this point up. That this capability to produce more than ever before leaves people worse off. There's more goods, more food, more whatever you automate, there's more of. Okay, so how does that leave people worse off? Well, they're not employed as much, so they don't have the income, they don't have the purchasing power that they traditionally had. So that leaves them worse off. Well, if you have an economic system which is based on the exchange of labor for income, and then you remove the labor by mechanizing, how do you expect the integrity of an economic system that's based on that to be maintained? I asked this question to hundreds of people. I have yet to find a single person who can answer that question. That is, how do you expect an economic system which is based on labor for income, the exchange of labor for income, going into a job and getting a paycheck, how do you expect that to keep working when the jobs are going to machines which don't need to be paid? They don't need pay or vacations or lawyers or pensions or 401ks or any of that. They don't even really need healthcare, basically. I mean, the mechanic can come in, but as I just discussed a minute ago, once you standardize the production of these machines, which I guarantee you they'll do, in this century, at the least, more likely within the next 2 or 3 decades, I see it very possible that will happen. So, when this happens, the relevancy of humans in conducting societal and industrial affairs will be gone. It won't be relevant anymore. Why? Because you can scientifically design a product that is the best that you know that you can make. You can also design it to be mass produced by other machines. And there you go. You have basically, imagine smartphones for everyone in the world, or bananas for everyone in the world, because you can produce such things with automated labor. And yeah, even agriculture. That's right. Agriculture will be mechanized. It's already started. I was on a plane the other week, and I looked out of the plane at these circular farms. They're just circles, and there's a pivot in the center. It just goes around in a circle, and it has nutrient and water lines along this bar that goes around in a circle like that. And that's what's growing our crops. That's what's growing our crops. Do you see a guy out there with a plow, you know, working the land? No, you don't. You never see that anymore. That was last century kind of shit. You barely even see bulldozers or tractors or any of those types of equipment on the farm field anymore. At least they're rapidly becoming obsolete. And why? Well, they're run on fossil fuels. So as fossil fuel prices increase, the farmer costs increase, and I can talk for a long time about the negative effects about that, putting pressure on people to act in a certain way or buy a certain product because they have to, they're forced to. So it's no longer really a market in the sense of that you have free choice to choose whatever is on the market. Well, yeah, sure, you have free choice to choose whatever's on the market, but people decide what is going to be on the market. So you have freedom of choice to choose within this smaller bubble of what they think you should be able to choose, because it obviously proliferates their existence. So, went on a little tangent here, but basically, I want to pose this question to everybody, and I will respond to comments about this if I get any. How do you expect, with the increase of mechanization of labor, how do you expect the free enterprise system to continue as it is currently instated?